Although maybe that's good for sometimes.
She's texted her well wishes. She's texted her well wishes.
Yes, exactly.
She wanted to do the show by text. We figured
it's a little hard.
Probably not a good idea, a little difficult. So Emily's in today, in a pinch.
In a pinch, I'm here.
And I think this is going to be just fine. Coming up today, we're going to hook another extraordinary woman up with a Pandora bracelet today. We're going to hear her story from her son, who is a pretty extraordinary young fellow in his own right.
Yes, they are so adorable, and so many people have been nominating their moms and their sisters and their friends, and this couple is great. You're going to love this one.
And, you know, whenever Elizabeth's out, that means we got to get somebody to do the Dirt Alert.
Yep.
Johnny Dirt is like a caged dog right now. This guy is ready to go. He's waiting in the wings for the Dirt Alert coming up at 3:20. Justin Timberlake has a new job. You will not believe what it is. And it's not in entertainment.
Is he working at a mall?
He is not.
Is he a professional athlete?
No, he is not. You're going to have to wait until 3:20.
Okay, sounds good. And everyone, this is the day I've been waiting for. For 2 years being on this show, I've wanted to make a little something that I call, well, I don't even want to tell you what I call it yet. It's a dessert. I'm going to save it. It's just that good. It's delightful, and that's coming up.
She's been begging to share this recipe with you literally for a couple of years. Every time we're in a meeting, and we say, you know, what should we do next week? We maybe have some extra time and a certain day, and she'll be like, I know what to do, and we're like, yeah.
It's like
Emily,
the guy,
we're good.
The weather guy in Morning Glory, if you've ever seen that. He always wants to do something, and they always say no.
This is you.
And then he gets his chance. I'm the weather guy today.
But here's the thing, though. We got kind of a lot of things to get to today, so it might get cut. We want to start today with a little holiday fun and some prizes. Oh, no, you got to do this. You got to do this. I can't be doing the show with Elizabeth via text. No, we got fun holiday events and prizes. We're going to make some people make fools out of themselves. Is that the idea?
Yeah, I actually went to Ridgedale Center to see which shoppers would actually be up for a little game that I like to call a Christmas challenge. And, well, let's just say I was a little surprised. We're putting people to the test to see what they know about Christmas. We're even going to see if somebody can sing me a Christmas carol all the way up the escalator. So we're going to play a little game called the Christmas Challenge. You up for it?
Sure.
What if I can convince you to sing a Christmas song for me?
I'm not good at all.
I could give you a gift card to the mall.
Okay. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. One horse open. I don't know.
Because you were such a good sport, Ramona, and you sang beautifully, I'm going to hook you up with a $25 Ridgedale Mall shopping cart.
Thank you.
In the classic movie, Christmas Vacation, you ever see that?
I have not.
Oh, no, this could be bad. Clark Griswold gets this for his Christmas bonus. I'll give it to you in multiple choice. How's this? Okay. A wreath, B, Jelly of the Month Club membership, or C, a Christmas ham.
I would say Jelly of the Month Club.
You got it. Good job. Good guess.
1 year membership in the Jelly of the Month Club.
Oh, good.
Clark, that's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
If you would sing me a Christmas carol going up the escalator, I'll give you a $25 gift card to the mall.
Is it going to be on camera?
Yeah.
Oh, no, thank you.
Look who we found at the mall, Santa. I've been really good this year.
Well, I know you've been good. You're on my good list.
Can you sing me a Christmas carol going up that escalator all the way? If you can, I'll give you a $25 gift card to the mall.
I can.
'Tis the season to be jolly.
La 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 la.
Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Let earth receive her King.
Okay, now I need you to sing me a Christmas song.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
That's pretty good. Are you a singer, Steve?
Yeah, no, I'm not a singer.
Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
And heaven and nature sing.
So what are you getting, John, Elizabeth, and me?
High fives.
Yay!
And wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love.
I love you are the person that has the most Christmas spirit here that I've run into today.
Oh, well, great.
Want to sing another one with me? Let's sing something. What should we sing?
What do you want to do? Jingle bells?
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Oh, what fun it is to ride
bells, jingle all the way.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Yay! He's so talented.
Oh, and a lovely picture of you with Santa Claus.
He is so handsome. He was so much fun. But these people, there's something else. They were so fun.
They were good sports.
Great sports.
But I did notice one trend.
What?
Every woman, I don't know if you noticed this.
Yes.
Every woman you talked to was kind of out and about. Every man you talked to
was sitting
on the side. What's going on
Well,
there?
here's the best part. The gentleman from Plymouth, who is a TCL fan, who was sitting there, when I came up to him, he was shopping online at the mall.
Okay.
I said, isn't there a reason that you're at Ridgedale Center so you can go to stores? And he goes, yeah, but I'm also doing it online. He's like, it's so easy.
So some people were really afraid to do this, though. Or they didn't know the words, or what?
Well, some people were, I took some, I was bribing
Took
them,
some
basically. I
encouragement.
said, we've got some TCL swag and maybe even a gift card to Ridgedale Center, and suddenly they were really into singing.
Okay. Well,
So,
she did
yeah,
a
it was
lovely
fun.
job going all the way up the escalator with it.
Wasn't she great?
Yeah, and Ridgedale Center, that could be quite the place to be this weekend, too, I'm thinking. Of course, you can do your shopping, but Elizabeth and I are going to be there Saturday at 1 o'clock for the Everything Holiday Entertainment event with cooking demos from TCL chefs Lori Kroll and Mary Jane Miller, plus a fashion show. We're going to have giveaways. In fact, you can register to win a $500 shopping spree to
Ooh, that's
Ridgedale.
nice.
Not bad, and we appreciate their sponsorship of Twin Cities Live.
Yeah.
Fun show today.
Oh my goodness, so fun, but I feel like you should sing a little bit because they had to sing.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
That was pretty good.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open
This is
sleigh.
what I'm
Hey,
shouting, everyone.
jingle bells,
Well, coming
jingle
up, John's
bells,
going to continue to
jingle
sing,
all the
and you won't
way.
believe what, well,
Oh,
these-
what fun
these
it is
things
to ride
are made of.
in a
Yes.
one-horse open sleigh.
Find out why celebs like Kourtney
Dashing through the
Kardashian
snow.
love their Minnesota-made
Bells on
moccasins.
bobtail ring.
And
Making
enjoy a
spirits
peek on
fly.
Sandy Recipe with
What's the
today's
next line?
12 days of cookies.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
And also, everyone,
jingle all
well,
the way.
Rusty is reviewing the latest from
Oh,
Tom
what
Cruise,
fun it
Robert
is
Downey
to
Jr.,
ride
and
in
Gary
a
Oldman. Find out which movie is worth seeing this weekend and if John will ever stop singing.
How do you lock in flavors like these? With parchment pouches, like chefs have for years. New Bon Appetit oven-ready steam-baked meals. Bon Appetit. The parchment makes it perfect.
Don't miss the Laugh Out Loud comedy Charlie's Aunt, now at the Guthrie. This hysterical play about two college friends scheming for love plays now through January 15th. Visit GuthrieTheater.org for tickets today.
Are you in the market for a new major appliance? With Appliance Mart, your new dream kitchen is even more affordable and ready to take home today. Appliance Mart offers a huge variety of appliances from great brands like Bosch, Whirlpool, Maytag, GE, KitchenAid, and Electrolux. Appliance Mart carries hundreds of appliances in stock every day. Appliance Mart is your full-service appliance store, offering the latest innovative models, one-of-a-kinds, and closeout models with pricing that will fit every budget. Appliance Mart also offers 12-month financing to qualified buyers plus free appliance recycling. Why shop anyplace else?
I'm Gar Madsen. I've been online to see who has the lowest prices on Pride lift chairs and scooters. Guess what? We do.
In addition to lift chairs and scooters, 4-Day Medical Store carries a full line of canes, walkers, bath aids, and incontinent products. Stop in today to see our full line.
Remember, best prices, great service. 4-Day Medical Store.
Visit our 2 locations, Fridley and Maplewood, or shop online at 4daymedicalstore.com.
Now is the time to take advantage of a great offer from Xfinity.
Only from Comcast.
Right now, you can get Xfinity TV for just $10 a month for 12 months. Call 1-877-564-1258 today. Get local programming and the most popular channels. Watch hit shows like Parenthood and The Office, all with crystal clear picture and sound. Call 1-877-564-1258 and get Xfinity TV, starting at just $10 a month for 12 months. Or step up to a digital TV package and get access to on-demand, on TV, and now online. Start an on-demand show in one room and finish it in another. Plus, Xfinity offers tons of HD movies and shows, and premium channels like HBO and Showtime. So don't wait. Get Xfinity TV starting at just $10 a month for 12 months. Or step up to a digital package today. Call now and find the package that's right for you.
this entire time. He is really good. And he hasn't switched songs yet either.
Well, actually, I just switched languages, though I believe I just sang Jingle Bells in Japanese after taking 5 years of Japanese.
Well, that was impressive.
However, there's a chance that I just said something terrible about somebody in Japanese.
Yes, and that would be very bad.
I don't quite remember which one it was.
Thankfully, it was during commercial break.
Yeah.
Next up, Winter Wonderland. Stay tuned.
So what kind of gift giver are you?
Fantastic.
You haven't
the
even
best.
started shopping, have you? Yeah, I'm looking at you. You haven't started shopping? Come on! My goodness. We just showed you Emily at Ridgedale.
Yes.
Fine shopping to be done there. Our own TCL producer, though, Kelly Hansen, she is here to save the day for you. She's got some ideas you can pick up before you see Elizabeth and me this Saturday over at Ridgedale.
That's right.
Hi, Kelly.
It's a one-stop shop there at Ridgedale. If you need to get there this weekend and buy it for everyone, you can do that.
That's nice because there's something about shopping for everyone when you're driving all over the place that it gets to be a lot. It is overwhelming, so if you can do it in one spot.
That's why they invented malls. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to do that.
John,
And you can stay warm.
You are correct.
Yes.
And you can stay warm.
He's
I like
a smart guy, isn't
Okay,
he?
so what are we going to find over
Let's
there?
get started. Okay, first
I
off,
hear that ladies like makeup. Is this true?
Yes.
I'd
Some
have to
guys
say
do
it's
too.
true.
There's stuff for guys, too?
Yes,
Well, I mean-
this is from Sephora. Let's first talk about this amazing makeup palette here. It stands up. You can. It's 193 things in there. It's eyeshadow, lip gloss, blush, everything you want is in that little case right there. It folds up. It's a beautiful thing.
And that's what's nice is because it's not huge, but you do have a lot of options, and you can take it if you're going to travel. And there's that mirror.
It's huge.
And
it's a great big mirror.
John, this is a big deal for women because you have all these little palettes of makeup, and they just keep piling up. And if you can make it in one case, this is huge.
Just carry it with you when you're traveling. Be great.
They got stuff for guys there, too?
They do. This right here, John, in front of you, is a sampler of their best fragrances there at Sephora. It's the like Givenchy, Hugo Boss, Jack Black. So really great things. You can buy this for your dad, for your brother, you know, and it's a great gift. They can have it all year long.
For yourself.
You know, and that's kind of stuff I could tell you that I see the price tag on there, $75. That's the kind of stuff that lasts a long time for guys.
Sure.
I still got a cologne from 1998. Just saying.
It smells great, John.
It does.
Yeah.
It does smell
I'm wondering
good.
what that was.
The last thing from Sephora is it's a really neat little nail kit, and it's nail art at your fingertips. This would make a great stocking stuffer for your teen. That'd be great.
So cute. Okay, so I am eyeing this little section over here.
This is for the baker in your life.
That would be me.
Really?
I like to bake.
Okay.
I know it's shocking. I am terrible in the kitchen, but I like to bake.
You know who the baker in my life is? You.
Yes.
Okay.
I will be bringing you something tomorrow.
This is from Macy's. This is really, really cool. If you like to bake, but maybe you are afraid of making like a whoopie pie or even your own donuts. Making your own donuts is all the rage right now. Macy's, you can buy these great little kits. You can get the donut mix, the whoopie pie mix. These are really,
that's cool.
I did try one of the donuts and it was pretty tasty.
Wow.
Yeah, very, very cool. So,
so you're going to try
Emily
the donuts?
is going
is
to try the donut right now.
Okay, well, you try that.
We'll go to the next.
I want to look at Swarovski.
Aren't these jewels beautiful? I'd have to say. This is from Swarovski at Ridgedale Center.
Should I wear those too?
Yes, you should. And it's really great.
Get the chocolate off your hands first.
This bracelet, I love it. It's called the Lightning Bracelet. There's the Bella earrings and these little drop earrings right here. Beautiful. They have
Stunning.
A red stone. You can kind of see those.
And you know what? Sometimes people are intimidated. They feel like they can't wear dressy earrings with jeans and a nice shirt, but that's kind of the rage, and it looks cute. So I feel like you could get a lot more use than you might think.
And these
I
are
don't know. I
pieces
still feel like I can't.
Yeah, you might look a little interesting in
all
this.
All of this here is under $75. So
really?
Nice.
It's not, I mean, you can make an investment, but really it's the bling without having to pay for a diamond.
Oh, that's really nice.
Really, really cool.
Especially this guy, after he already bought a big diamond for his lady friend.
Hey, that's right. Okay, so there's Minnetonka Center for the Arts is
right.
At,
they have a
Ridgedale.
location at Ridgedale, and this is a really cool thing. It's these glass and wire ornaments, and this glass infused plate is made by a local artist, Stephanie Windler from Long Lake. So if you want to buy local, stay local, buy local, you can do that right at Ridgedale Center.
And that's a really, if you've never been in there, it is really neat, and they have a lot of cool programs to check out as well for kids.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a really nice little area. I've been over there.
Well, next we have from Soma Intimates is this amazing plush red robe. It is so soft. I can't even get over it. I kind of want to take it off and put it on right now.
I would touch it. I have chocolate all over my fingers.
Weird if you did that. But...
John's going to check it out. And underneath is the perfect, it's called the perfect pajama set. Here's actually the bottom.
So is this for guys or the girls?
This is for guys. This is for guys. Soma Intimates. Aren't these so cute? And they're
hey now.
That's looking good.
Really nice, John.
Hey, and leopard print very end. That's so nice.
It's so cute.
You cannot go wrong with pajamas or a robe.
You really can't. For your mom, I think for a mom, really. I mean, I don't know, I'm a mom. I would love a great pair of pajamas.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Relaxing,
Pajamas
that
or
is for
pajamas?
sure.
Which are we going with?
Pajamas.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Pajamas.
Okay.
2 to 1.
Pajamas.
Let's move on over
Pajamas.
here. Let's talk about for the guy in your family. I know this is a pink case, but it comes in a lot of different colors. This is actually the iPad 2 Bluetooth keyboard case. It's really cool. You put your iPad in here, and then
that's fun.
The keyboard's already in. You can type away, type on the go. Very, very cool.
Brookstone's always got cool stuff.
They do.
Yes.
You could never go wrong in that
I kind of feel bad sometimes when I go in there, though, because you know, like when you start playing around with the stuff that they have over there, you're just like everybody else. And you know, how many times do you buy from Brookstone? I buy from Brookstone probably once out of every 10 times I'm there, but I just love playing with the stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's always full
And the
when
people
I
that
walk
work
by.
there, I feel so bad for them. I'm like, am I really annoying you? Am I that 900
It's always the
person
guys,
a day
I
to
think,
try
waiting
this?
for their wives or girlfriends that pop in there while they're waiting.
But I don't think it has anything to do with you just being in the store that's annoying them.
Am I the 900th person that's tried this massage chair and had the same exact reaction?
And this is really, really cool. This is called the Big Blue Live. It's a Bluetooth wireless speaker. You can plug it into any Bluetooth device and you can get sound.
Really?
So it's really cool. Yeah, you can take it anywhere with you.
Oh,
It's
that's
really, really, really
fun.
great.
And it's small.
It is small, so it's very compact.
Oh,
so
very nice.
The next thing, the last thing I want to hit on is one of my favorite things on this table. They are the Love for Minnesota is the store. They're the Minnetonka moccasins.
So cute.
And they are so popular. Celebs love these things. Like
I can
Kate
see why.
Moss. I mean, they're just the cutest things ever.
So we showed these ones. We said, you won't believe what they're making. Oh, there's Holly Berry.
Yeah, so her daughter has the pink ones we have on our table. She has them on in brown. They are they're the fringe boot.
But these ones right here, we said, you won't believe what they're made out of. More celebrities. My gosh, it's a popular little item, isn't it?
Well, they're stylish and they're warm and comfortable, and who doesn't love that?
Were they, maybe they got them at Ridgedale.
Maybe, they popped
Love
in
from
here.
Minnesota. Okay, so what are these made out of?
Moose hide.
Oh, moose hide.
Oh,
okay.
really? Believe that?
No.
And they're really great. Feel how soft they are.
Well, they're very soft. They're lovely.
Genuine moose hide. Those are $72.95. So they're a little more pricey, but these are boots you're going to wear for a long time. I mean, just spray them down and they'll last you forever. And these are really, really cool. I want to pick this boot up. This is a new style of the Minnetonka moccasins, and it's the strapped suede. It's just
those are cute.
So cute.
Very cute.
Wear those with jeans. I mean, it would just make a great outfit.
Absolutely.
So.
Another place I like to check out over at Ridgedale. New Reflections.
Oh,
you go, your shopping done, you can get your hair done too.
And
Very
think
good.
gift cards too. So.
Absolutely. Well, you can head to our website, twincitieslive.com, for more on all of these gifts, including prices. Thank you so much, Kelly.
Yeah. And next, John.
Oh, yeah.
This was a good one.
I was floored when I heard what new job title Justin Timberlake has. Johnny Dirt is in. He's got the Dirt Alert.
Yeah, and see Peef come to life for half the price with today's super bargain.
And Mission Impossible, Sherlock Holmes, and more. Don't miss Rusty's reviews. And what movie got one of his highest Rusty ratings ever?
What a year. All the drama, all the scandal.
Dominated.
All the wow.
I mean, what's not to love?
I'm ready to party.
Give Katie 2 hours and she'll give you the year. Tonight at 9/8 Central on ABC.
The holiday season is a time to bring joy to family, friends, and those in need, especially kids.
This year, help 5 Eyewitness News grant a season of wishes by supporting the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Visit KSTP.com, keyword wish to make a donation. And remind a child that wishes do come true.
At Home Furniture, our employees' families get special pricing. For a limited time, you can be one of the family. You'll pay less than our best sale price and finance interest-free for a year. The Employee Family Pricing Sale, now at Home Furniture.
Reserve your family's holiday pie today at bakersquare.com.
At CenturyLink, we're your link to more for less. And to prove it, we're offering super fast, high-speed internet for just $19.95 per month. And the best part is, that monthly price won't change for 5 years. So we put it to the test. Not a scratch. Call now and get up to 12 meg high-speed internet for just $19.95 a month for 5 years when you bundle. CenturyLink's got it. Cable doesn't.
Last winter, we took a Mitsubishi Outlander and Outlander Sport to a frozen proving ground to test their advanced all-wheel control systems like never before. 24 hours and 5 world records later, we made history. Hurry in before January 3rd for 0% APR for 60 months on the record-setting Outlander and Outlander Sport.
A gift certificate from Chanhassen Dinner Theaters makes the perfect gift. Available in any amount and used for any current or future production like Hairspray, Stevie Ray's Comedy Cabaret, or Forever Plaid. They never expire. Easy, too. Call or order online at chanhassendt.com.
Sleep Express presents iComfort, the cool Action Gel Memory Foam mattress from Serta. Now get 2 free pillows and a premium sheet set, plus 2 bonus pillows with the purchase of any iComfort mattress, and free financing till 2015. Only at Sleep Express.
Well, Johnny Dirt didn't get here, so I guess I'll have to do this. It's right around 3:20. That means it's time for the Dirt Alert. Oh, wait a minute. He just got here. Johnny Dirt here with the Dirt Alert. Because your life isn't interesting enough, former Bachelor contestant and Bachelor Pad co-host Melissa Rycroft is going to be followed by cameras once again. This time, it's for her own reality show. The show is going to be produced by Ryan Seacrest because he doesn't have enough money, and it's expected to debut on CMT in April. It'll take a look at Melissa's move to LA to work in entertainment while maintaining a long-distance relationship with her husband. The two married in 2009. They have a baby girl. Apparently, Justin Timberlake's parents told him to get a real job, and he's now the new creative director with Callaway Golf, where he'll oversee the company's brands and marketing. Timberlake started as a member of the Mickey Mouse Club, but now he owns restaurants, has a clothing line, a tequila brand, his own record label. He needs money, too. And the Golden Globe nominees are out, and a silent film, The Artist, leads the way with 6 nominations. Regarding the 6 nominations, the star of the movie said, quote, and Best Actor in a Drama looks to be quite the... Okay, I tried to get through that. Best Actor in a Drama seems to be quite the competition. Ugly Guys George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Ryan Gosling were all nominated. Good to see it isn't just the pretty people running Hollywood anymore. Kristen Wiig is nominated for Best Actress for her role in Bridesmaids. The movie's also up for Best Picture, Comedy, or Musical. And as for the TV nominations, our favorite comedy, Modern Family, was nominated for Best Comedy or Musical, along with Glee, The New Girl, Enlightened, and Episodes. Episodes of what? I'm not really sure. But Sofia Vergara and Eric Stonestreet from Modern Family are nominated for their roles on the show as well. For more celebrity news and gossip, watch TCL weekdays around 3:20 and listen to My Talk 107.1, 820, 1220, and 520. I'm Johnny Dirt.
I like how Johnny Dirt, John came back, and then a little Johnny Dirt, and then some silence in there as well. That was nice, John. Me, John,
Emily, I'm back. How'd it go with Johnny Dirt? Was he cool?
Let's just say, Elizabeth, please come back soon. Just saying.
Come on.
It was great. Good job. All right, sounds good. Well, we're going to move on, even though that was great. Bridesmaids. Well, you know, that got a lot of love this year, but as the 2011 movie season wraps up, the guys are stepping up to the plate again, and you're getting 3 for the price of 1 with today's TCL at the movies, sponsored by Xfinity High-Speed Internet. When Rusty Gatenby reviews from the latest Gary Oldman, Robert Downey Jr., and also Tom Cruise.
Tinker, tailor, soldier, spy. There's a man who leads a life of danger.
I'm knee deep in the single most important case of my career.
As Sherlock Holmes, Robert Downey Jr. is a spy for hire, a master of disguise, an expert in martial arts, and deductive reasoning second to none. Jude Law once again teams with Downey's Holmes, playing his reluctant sidekick in crime fighting, Dr. Watson.
You're drinking embalming fluid. Yes.
Guy Ritchie is back directing and has incredible style with many action and fight scenes. But it's simply the Jude Law, Robert Downey chemistry that's a joy to watch.
You do seem excited, manic. I am. Verging on ecstatic, psychotic.
We just wanted these scenes to really feel like you're looking at these guys and you just hope they never stop solving cases together.
She told me a secret.
The mother of all secrets.
Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy is the new version of the classic spy story by novelist Jonathan Le Carre. Set during the Cold War, Gary Oldman plays disgraced spy George Smiley, who quietly seeks to discover a double agent inside the top levels of the British Secret Service.
Who wins at a chess game, Sherlock Holmes or George Smiley?
That would be a chess game I would pay money to see.
Right.
That's a hard one to call.
Yeah.
That would be a photo finish.
I was just passing. I thought I'd call in.
Academy Award winner Colin Firth plays his boss, who may or may not be someone to trust.
Holmes is a kind of superhero as well. He deduces everything. Holmes is a very, very flamboyant detective who everybody would notice when he arrives on the scene of the crime.
Oh, right.
You know, Smiley is not that either. It's neither of those things. He's the man who disappears into the wallpaper, and that's part of his effectiveness. You know, he's actually pretty lethal. He's like a leopard camouflaged in the undergrowth.
We're not so very different, you and I. We're both looking for the weaknesses in one another.
Tom Cruise is back with his best mission yet. I loved Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. The action never stops, and Cruise, well, he's beyond amazing.
Now remember, blue is glue. And when it's red, dead.
Yeah, that's him doing a Dubai high wire act outside the tallest building in the world. Beyond the jaw-dropping physical stunts, Tom Cruise is extremely likable in this role, witty, funny, even vulnerable. I think you'll find this mission impossible to resist.
Who are you really? We all have our secrets.
My mission, to rate all 3 movies. Sherlock Holmes, Game of Shadows, Jude Law and Robert Downey Jr. are worth the price of admission, with a slick style from director Guy Ritchie. 4 out of 5.
Make it count.
Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy is a thinking man's spy movie, but man, my thoughts got confused. I couldn't quite keep up with who's who and became a what? Strong performance by Gary Oldman and Colin Firth. Tinker Tailor, 3 Rusties. And Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol had me at hello. Welcome back, Tom Cruise. 4.5 out of 5 Rusties.
Okay, this is a slight wrinkle. We're going to have to go into the server room from the outside.
We?
I'm on the computer.
So we're excited to see another Tom Cruise movie?
You know what? I might be. I'm not really into those, but that looks pretty good.
Side note on that tallest building in Dubai.
Yes.
Complete side note. You want to freak yourself out? Even YouTube videos will do it. They show, there'll be videos on YouTube where people are looking down.
No way.
It's so tall. It's so much taller than the other buildings around it that it looks like you're in an airplane looking down at the rest of the city.
Do you ever get that queasy feeling, even at a concert, when you get that, when you're going
Watching
up above?
the YouTube
that would be
videos
terrible.
will do it. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, not
so
gonna
I'm
check
curious
that
to
out.
see that.
Yeah, by the way, Tom Cruise, does he age?
No, I'm wondering when he's going to stop doing these action films,
Yeah.
you know?
He'll be like
Even
80.
Rocky Balboa had to hang it up.
Yep, that's true. That's true. Well, Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows starts tomorrow. Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol, that opens at IMAX theaters tomorrow.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, and elsewhere on Wednesday. And then if you're wondering, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, that opens next Friday at the Edina Cinema. So a good time to go check out movies.
You know, I'm kind of feeling like I'm not totally into those kind of movies either, but I might just go to this one.
They look pretty good. They really do.
Especially IMAX. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right, take the whole family to see a classic book character come to life for half the price with today's super bargain. Peef, the Christmas Bear, is the creation of Eden Prairie author Tom Haig, who's on this show, and he teamed up with his son Adam, who was also on this show, to bring A Silent Night for Peef to stage his theater company in Hopkins.
Yeah, and tickets are normally $12 for kids and $15 for adults, but they're 50% off when you call the Stages box office before 6 o'clock Friday night and ask for the Twin Cities Live Super Bargain. And from Peef to Cinderella, well, here we are with some other great shows to check out in this theater edition of What's Happening This Weekend, presented by CenturyLink, with consistently fast speeds and honest personal service. Find out more at CenturyLink.com.
Not just theater, but good classics. Follow the Yellow Brick Road with Dorothy and Toto at Children's Theater Company's production of The Wizard of Oz. Get your tickets fast, my pretty. Vanita Sakar is so much better at that. She's got like an impression of the Wicked Witch that we've shown on this show before. It's amazing. I should not do that anymore. Only a few tickets, though, remain for performances this weekend. The show runs through January 8th.
Yeah, I heard it's really good. And another classic is now on the stage at the Ordway. This is in St. Paul. Cinderella runs through January 1st, and it's a perfect show for the little princess and your family. Tickets are available on the Ordway's website, or just be the 5th caller at the number on your screen to win a pair. That's a pretty good deal.
And in Charlie's Aunt at the Guthrie, 2 men fight for the same woman who is really a man. Watch TCL Monday when I get my shot at stardom, acting with the stars of the show on their Guthrie Theater stage. Hey, what's the big idea? See? Wait.
One.
Oh my God,
in the eye.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
This is what 4 years of college education does.
Totally didn't hurt. Totally didn't hurt.
You believe it.
Acting. Yeah.
Nice,
got
John.
my acting chops.
Looking good.
Charlie's Aunt runs through January 15th. That's coming up on Monday.
I'm really excited to see this. And for more on what's happening this weekend, you head to the TwinCitiesLive.com, our website, and then click on events, and you'll find all that good stuff.
Okay. I think we're running out of time.
Nope, not yet. Oh, there's still
time.
Next, my go-to delicious dessert that just takes minutes. Get ready. You're going to be amazed.
You've been trying to get this on the show for a couple of years. And
2
I
years.
really think that we're backed up and we might not get to it.
It's simple and tasty.
Okay.
Oh, so excited about this. And another deserving Minnesota mom gets a special gift from Pandora Jewelry, all because her son reached out from far away to tell us about her.
And today's 12 Days of Cookies recipe is for pecan sandies. And I don't know if we'll have time for your
Oh, no,
little
we'll make
thing
time.
there.
We're in. Yes.
Got the pecan sandies to get to. Come on.
This room can be a source of peace and relaxation, but as we age, it can also be a scary place for falls and serious injury. Here's how a safe step walk-in tub can keep that from happening. A safe step walk-in tub means independence for people with limited mobility. It also offers incredible therapeutic relief for all kinds of aches, pains, and stress. A safe step walk-in tub comes with more standard features than any other tub, including dual hydro massage jets that are specially targeted to sore muscles and joints in your legs and lower back. Safety never felt so good with the less than 4-inch step up, so you barely have to lift your feet to get in. They're made right here in the USA. Installation is included and they come with a lifetime warranty. So take your first step toward feeling great and stay in the home you love.
Call 1-800-NEW-TUBS now to find out how you can get a Safe Step walk-in tub installed in your home for only $169 per month. There has never been a better time. So call now. 1-800-NEW-TUBS.
I'm going to get an HD TV and a laptop.
Nice.
Now we know what the hottest gifts are going to be.
And we got it covered, Red. Xfinity will make that HD TV and laptop work better than ever.
Whoa! Whoa! First time on a roof? Takes me a while to get my Christmas legs.
Okay, all right.
Bring joy to your toys with the Xfinity Holiday Sale from Comcast. Switch to Xfinity TV, Internet, and Voice for $24.99 each per month for 6 months when you bundle 2 or all 3. Plus, there's no term contract to sign. But hurry, this sale ends January 3rd. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
My name is Amber. I'm the office manager at Covenant Care at Home, and I love my job. By earning your degree in healthcare management from Globe University and Minnesota School of Business, you'll have the knowledge and skills needed to succeed. The type of person who would do well in this field has a passion, a drive to succeed, loves helping people, and is detail-oriented but can see the big picture. I'm Amber, and I'm a graduate of the Healthcare Management program at Globe University and Minnesota School of Business.
Visit globeuniversity.edu.
This year I'm celebrating the holidays at the mall, talking about Ford, making new friends.
Whoa, hey!
Ford has 3 vehicles that get 40 miles a gallon.
Blow my mind, 40 miles.
You got the Focus, you got the Fiesta, you got the Fusion Hybrid. We've established that it gets 40 miles a gallon.
That's amazing.
You can't do anything in this car that's not fuel efficient.
40
miles per gallon, yeah.
Now, lease a Ford Focus for only $189 a month during the Ford year-end celebration. Visit your local Northland Ford dealer today.
A year-end celebration.
At your Ford dealer.
At your Ford dealer.
'Tis the season, and nothing says holiday time in the Twin Cities like Guthrie's A Christmas Carol. Get in the holiday spirit and give. See A Christmas Carol at the Guthrie and bring a food donation to benefit the Emergency Food Shelf Network. Visit GuthrieTheater.org.
Friday's estimated Mega Millions jackpot is $135 million.
All right, everyone. It's the time we've all been waiting for. It's time for another 12 Days of Cookies, sponsored by Land O'Lakes. Today, we're keeping things simple. A pastry chef shows Elizabeth how to turn a few ingredients, just a few, into an amazing treat.
Let's make it amazing.
It is time for the 12 Days of Cookies, and no, I did not have a baby. I'm at Laura Vologolich's house, and she had a baby.
I sure did.
Who is this
sweet
guy?
Little angel baby. This is Mikola, and he is almost 7 months old, and he is absolutely adorable, as you can tell.
So he's going to help us make some cookies. Mainly, he's just going to hang out and be cuteness factor for the 12 Days of Cookies. What are we making here?
We're going to be making pecan sandies today.
Okay, what are we doing?
Very simple cookie. We have 2 sticks of butter. We're going to be adding just a little bit of sugar. It's only 1/3 of a cup. So the sweetness is going to kind of be hit on with the end with a little dusting of powdered sugar. So it's a very lightly sweetened cookie to begin with.
Okay.
I also have my salt going in at this time too. And we're just going to cream all this together. And we want this to be light and fluffy. And then we're also going to be adding 1 tablespoon of water. So we're going to add that. And then we're also going to be adding some vanilla extract as well. Give this a little scrapey. Make sure everything is mixed in there beautifully. We don't see any streaks of vanilla up on the sides of the bowl here. We want every little bit of goodness to be in there. So now we're just going to be adding our flour, which is 2 1/4 cups. So we'll add that in, and I'm not going to add it in all right at the beginning because we don't want to have a mess on our counter. So I'll go a little bit more than half, and we'll just slowly pulse that in.
Oh, good.
Now we're actually going to add the star ingredient here, which are the chopped pecans. So we have 1 cup of chopped pecans.
This is really pretty simple.
Very simple. So we're just going to roll this out into a long snake. But like I said, as much as you can kind of handle at one time here.
Sure do like those Christmas cookies, babe.
Okay, so we have our little logs here, and then we're just going to place these onto our baking sheet.
Sure do like those Christmas cookies, babe.
Okay, so then we're going to take these into a 325-degree oven, and then for about 12 minutes, and then be checking them every couple minutes after that.
Let's get
very, very light golden brown.
Oh, good. Oh, Laura, these are out of the oven. They're piled up. They look so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. And then one final touch, of course, is just making sure you sprinkle these with some powdered sugar.
Now we get to try them. None for baby yet.
Oh,
but we'll
boy.
try them
You're going to have your bananas later.
Oh,
very
good.
exciting.
Okay, we got to get these. Cheers.
Cheers.
We always cheers. Oh, yeah. Those are good. They're really crumbly. And I like a lot of pecans. And you do a lot of pecans in there. That's a good thing.
Yeah, they're just buttery and just a little sweetness. I just love that.
Oh, thanks for having us over today,
My
Laura.
pleasure. Thank you for coming over.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, those 3 make a really good team. I've had those cookies.
Do.
They are delicious. And we missed you today, Elizabeth. She is out. The voice just gone.
Yes,
Too
she
much
cannot
dirt alert.
talk. Yes, too much dirt alert, but that's okay. I was able to step in, and thankfully, I was able to because this has been fun.
This is fun, and the 12 Days of Cookies has been fun. We got the recipes on our Twin Cities Live website, which is twincitieslive.com, and more cookies tomorrow. Don't fear. So I think we were going to get to something Emily's been wanting to do on the show for years,
2 years.
literally.
2 years.
It brings it up all the time. She says, we have to do this. I have to show this recipe. And it looks like we are, what? Oh, gosh.
We have time.
We only have 22 minutes left, so I don't know that we have any time.
So this is a momentous day because I like to make this dessert. Everybody knows that I am not big into cooking. I'm just not. Never really have been. But I like to do things in the kitchen, but I also like things that are super simple. So this is my go-to recipe. If you get invited to a last-minute holiday party or you have to bring something to somebody's house and you're like, what can I make? I only have minutes. This is what you can do. And let me tell you, it is called Lemon Delight, but I like to call it Lemon D. Oh, yes. Lemon D.
She has never felt so good in
This is so
her
exciting
life.
for me. Somebody said, is this after your husband, D. Lee? And I'm like, nope. This is just delightful dessert.
Is it? How are you feeling right now? Are you feeling like this is kind of surreal? Like we're really on television right now, and you're really getting to do this.
This is pretty happy.
Okay.
I just think this is great that
This is
everybody's
good
like,
stuff. I've had it. It's delicious.
making something? Yes. Okay, so
Let's
this
see
is
how you
all
make
you
this.
need. This is super simple. John, you can even do this. I'm
Okay,
telling you.
well, we'll see about that.
Yes.
Well, if
okay,
you can,
so
I can, yeah.
you're going to get this little can. This is Eagle brand, just fat-free, sweetened condensed milk. Just this little guy right here. You just need lemon juice. And then you also need Cool Whip. So this is a really healthy dessert, as you
it's
can
fat-free.
see. Yes. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Lemons aren't bad for you.
No, and vanilla wafers. And I like to make sure that these are all crunched up, and there's a couple of ways you can do this. But before I get to that, I want to show you how you're going to start.
Okay.
Loaf pan, you know what that looks like?
Yeah.
Just like this guy right here.
And,
Just need that. That's it.
Get
okay.
oil in there.
Got to put the foil in here. Here's my little tip. When I don't put the foil at the bottom of this, I realize that it doesn't freeze or stay together as well. I don't know why. I really have no idea, but it just seems to work. So put the foil in there. That's all you do, just around the edges. You're done. Next step, John.
Okay.
We want a little crust. We want something yummy, a little crispy in there.
That's where the wafers come in.
The wafers come in. You can't go wrong with these. So all I want you to do is you can take as many as you want, really. Sometimes you take a handful if you really want a lot. And we're just going to put this at the very bottom of this. Just dry.
Okay.
Just lay it in there. And you can put a lot if you want. I kind of like a lot, but I also like to save some because then you can put it at the top of it later. But if you don't want to crush it with a spoon or whatever you have, another good tip that is awesome, a little magic bullet, just put it in there and it'll crush it and it'll be even thinner than this. So just make sure it's kind of around there really well. So this is your step.
Oh, yes.
So we're going to put this, the condensed milk, the sweetened stuff, in there.
Can do.
Can do.
Now, where did you get this recipe?
So my buddy Natalie came over for a party and she forgot to tell me she put this in our freezer. And I thought, what is this? So my husband and I, this was several years ago, decided to just taste it. We had no idea. We were like, is it cheesecake? Is it, you can just dump that in there.
Somebody left it in your freezer?
We
and
had
you're
no
like,
idea.
I guess that means we can eat it.
That's what we did. I had no idea if it was cheesecake or ice cream or what, but the consistency was so interesting and it tasted so good that it became this thing that I was so obsessed with that anytime we had a gathering or whatever, I would always bring it. So she kind of gave it to me and she said, Emily, it's super simple. So thank you, Natalie.
Well, anything with a pound of whipped cream, I'm in.
Yes, so I want you to fold all that together.
Okay.
And then we're going to take a half a cup of lemon juice. And by the way, this has no name. We just thought it was so delightful and it's lemony. Why not call it Lemon Delight or Lemon D?
Oh, so you gave it the name.
We gave it the name. I have no idea what this is
so
called.
It's totally your recipe and your friend won't get any credit for it or money.
No, she actually said just take it. You're so obsessed with it. So we're going to just dump this in as you're doing that.
Okay.
And just keep folding it.
I'm folding.
All right.
Folding.
You can do it a little bit more than that.
I got it. Okay.
Got it? Okay, you just want to make sure that it's mixed up well enough that you get the juice in there.
That's not folding, then you're
mixing. I know,
mixing.
but you just want to make sure that you got it on the top.
This is the problem, see?
Okay, see? So just, there you go. And get the outside, you want to make sure.
You're mixing.
Well, I'm also folding. Okay, so there we go. Ready?
This is really a bad idea, me and you in the kitchen showing them how to do something. You know, there's somebody out there right now that has their own cookbook watching this going,
and they're like, what has
idiots.
happened? Yeah, you say that now, you make this and you taste it and you're going to be like, who's laughing? Who's the idiot now?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to pour this right on over. Here, why don't you hold that for me? This is a lot.
Oh, this is such a mismatch,
So
us against the people that are watching this right now. And we're showing them.
So you just put this in here, spread it around. All right.
This is good stuff, though, I gotta say.
It really is. And honestly, whenever we have a gathering, it's become kind of a joke. I bet Emily will bring lemon D. And when I don't make it, people ask. And even our intern Maggie was a sweetheart and made one for us to try here in a little bit. And she was like, it's so simple. And she loves it. She even asked if she could take the rest of it home. So then you just go like this, put a little bit on the top. See, because I think it just makes it pretty.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's
But
beautiful.
you still got the foil to add a little color.
Yes, that is gorgeous.
It is.
I'd add some sprinkles. Add some sprinkles to it, some holiday sprinkles.
But then all you have to do is once you do this, again, this takes minutes, people. You can see how simple this is. Put it in the freezer. It's supposed to stay overnight. The problem is I have no patience, so I literally just start eating it before it freezes. Still tastes great. And you can lick the bowl, which is always good too. Because I do that.
Well, let's give it a go.
Isn't it?
No.
You laugh, but I actually have done that.
No, I'm quite
You're
sure
like,
you have. No, this is good stuff. I recommend you get the recipe. We got the recipe for Lemon D.
Yep, and I cannot resist.
TM, as our friend Phil Dunphy on Modern Family might say.
Yes.
That's on our website. Go to the Eat page at TwinCitiesLive.com. All right, coming up next, while we eat this, son that you'd love to have helps us meet his extraordinary mom. But first, Dave Dahl is here. He's got to look at your select cities, brought to you by AAA and your weather forecast. And guess who got some Lemon D?
What do you think, Dave?
Thank you, Maggie. Yeah, Maggie brought this in to me. And Emily, you've got something here, I think.
I'm telling you, it is so weird and simple, but delicious, isn't it? You could eat the whole thing.
I can see licking the bowl, too.
Oh, my gosh. It's phenomenal.
I call it Lemon Dave. No.
Ooh, I'm changing it just for you.
Oh, it is good, Emily. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and keep your mouth full. That's good. Okay, listen. You can just listen to my forecast here. It's actually pretty nice out there right now. Temperatures did climb back up in the lower 30s, but the wind, that has really made it feel like it's got a little bit of a bite to it. And our temperatures are dropping out there. They're down to the teens already in northern Minnesota. That's the kind of air that's going to head here for later on tonight. We're currently at 31, 32 in St. Paul. A little bit of flurry activity did push through the Twin Cities. Most of it, though, is now way up in the northeastern part of the state. 15 for the overnight low tonight. Partly cloudy skies. Our average low is 12 above, so we're even a little bit above that. 28 for tomorrow. Some light snow developing, some fluffy accumulation around, a west wind at around 5 to 15. Oh, this is so good. That's a look at your Twin Cities forecast. Yeah, there's a lot more to come here on Twin Cities Live, but first, a look at your select cities.
I'm your AAA quality control expert, and I have over 50 million AAA members counting on me to find the best of everything for them. From discounts on restaurants, and auto services, to tips and savings on travel, to competitive rates on insurance. So relax, I'm here for you, in more ways than ever.
Want to know you're getting the insurance that best fits you and your family? Call AAA Insurance today for a free quote.
At CenturyLink, we're your link to more for less. And to prove it, we're offering super fast, high-speed internet for just $19.95 per month. And the best part is, that monthly price won't change for 5 years. Even if, wait for it, that happens. Can cable do that? Call now and get up to 12 meg high-speed internet for just $19.95 a month for 5 years with no term commitment. Only from CenturyLink.
How often do you get $100 off something? Well, now you do at Slumberland. Find what you love and save one big old bang. Take an extra $100 off your purchase of $4.99 or more. Not to mention all the new looks waiting to come home with you. $100 off at Slumberland. That's enough to make even Ben smile.
This year, I decided to spare no expense for our holiday dinner. So I hired renowned chef Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, come on! It's disgusting! And you, what are you doing? It's raw! You idiot! Is this your first day? Congratulations, it's your last. Get out of here! At a time when it's easy to go overboard,
Happy holidays!
Acura invites you to be smarter and oversave during the Season of Reason sales event.
Take advantage of attractive offers on the 2012 Acura TL for well-qualified customers.
Celebrate your unforgettable moments with Pandora at the Pandora store at the Mall of America or Rosedale Center.
It's the end of an era. The war in Iraq is officially over. We're taking a look back at the sacrifices Americans made over these past 9 years. Plus, if you're a little sad we might not get a white Christmas, well, you may feel better after you see this story. How much of your tax money has already been saved because of our warm weather? There's actually a pretty big number. Plus, this is just wild. A grandfather thought that the family dog had died after being hit by a car. Well, they woke up the next morning and found the dog was still alive. How he unknowingly saved his puppy's life. This is coming up on 5 Eyewitness News at 4:30.
Intriguing. Thank you very much, Leah.
All right, thanks, guys.
And Leah, by the way, I'll save you some lemon D.
Oh,
I'll run it over there in a
please.
little bit. Yes.
Dave seemed to really enjoy his.
Yes, so you're up next.
All right,
Thank
good.
you. Hey, there are so many women who inspire people every day, but they don't always get the recognition that they deserve. That's where Twin Cities Live comes in. This month, Twin Cities Live is teaming up with Pandora to honor some of those women.
Yep, and today we're introducing you to a Robbinsdale mom whose inspiration is felt in her family and across the world. Joe Dillard is a student at the University of Missouri, but when he had the chance to proclaim his love for his mom via Skype, he didn't want to miss the opportunity.
It's really amazing, and I really admire her, so I thought that nominating her would really show her how much I look up to her and how great she is to me.
Joe nominated his mom, Ann, for Pandora's Inspiring Women contest. Joe says the reason is simple.
I saw the posting for the contest on the Twin Cities Live Facebook page, and I instantly thought about my mom and how much she's so deserving of this award because of all of the things that she does and all the ways that she helps so many people in the community and always has.
Yeah, and what do you think of that?
I think that is, I think it's awesome. When I got the call that I was nominated and was selected for this, I really didn't know what to say. And one of my friends, just kind of put it in the words that I wanted to find, and she said that there is no greater honor to human beings as to gain the love and respect of your children and to know and watch what you've birthed and nurtured blossom.
Joe has always been close to his mom.
When I used to be at home, he used to be on my back as I sewed every day. He used to sit right on my back in the chair and just was really close to me. And even now, if I'm away late at night, he'll stay up. I can count on him being up, waiting for me to come home.
Joe says it's hard to pinpoint just one thing that makes his mom so amazing, but he loves that she helps kids both here at home and in Africa with a program she started after a trip there in 2008.
And I came back thinking, what can I do? And I believe I found my purpose then. And I started a nonprofit organization called Project Safety Nets. And what we do is we collect finances to support people in Africa by purchasing and distributing mosquito bed nets to save lives, because every 30 seconds a child under the age of 5 dies of malaria in Africa.
To date, Ann says more than 17,000 mosquito bed nets have been donated. Yeah, and you've got to be so proud of him, too. As much as he's proud of you, it's got to go both ways.
I am very proud of him. He's grown into such a wonderful young man, and my husband and I, we're very proud of him.
Well, she's just so loving. She's just so caring in so many ways. And I think that encompasses, the giving, the awesome. One of the greatest things my mom taught me was integrity and respect, and she's just so wonderful.
Do you have any Pandora?
No.
You do now.
Well, wonderful. I'm excited. Thank you.
Yeah, she's pretty excited because she's getting a $500 Pandora bracelet. She's getting a gift certificate and an adorable jewelry box, too, which we're going to show you here. And you can still nominate a woman that you think is inspiring. You have until Monday the 19th to share your story on TwinCitiesLive.com. Just make sure you click on contest. And if you're wondering how you can help women and kids with the nets that we just talked about, it is fantastic. We're going to have the information after the show on our website, so you can do that. So
that's the box right
this
there.
Is the box. Isn't that pretty nice? She gets a beautiful bracelet, and she gets to put it in there. So
we got to thank
fancy.
Pandora for sponsoring Twin Cities Live and partnering with us on this. Hey, coming up next, we're not forgetting about those of you who have birthdays in December, how to win a Dairy Queen cake just minutes away.
But first, congratulations. David Perokniak is our Facebook fan of the day, presented by Xfinity High-Speed Internet. David is an architect and lives in New Brighton with his son, Jake.
David's getting a TCL t-shirt. It's coveted, along with a $50 gift card to Howl at the Moon in downtown Minneapolis. Make sure to interact with us on our Facebook page for your chance to win.
2011, what a year. All the drama, all the scandal. Dominated. All the wow. I mean, what's not to love?
I'm ready to party.
Give Katie 2 hours and she'll give you the year. Tonight at 9/8 Central on ABC.
The Metrodome, revitalized for the Vikings. Why the answer for Minneapolis may be in Vancouver.
Effectively, what we have here is a brand new stadium, and it costs 563 million Canadian.
Tonight on 5 Eyewitness News at 10.
Now is the time to take advantage of a great offer from Xfinity. Right now, get the Xfinity Triple Play for $99 a month for 12 months. And with a sure price guarantee, you'll get a guaranteed rate for 2 years. Plus, get HBO free for 3 months. Call 1-800-705-4803 to get Xfinity from Comcast. With access to over 75,000 on-demand shows and movies, on TV, and streaming online. And half are free. You don't get that with satellite. And Xfinity is the fastest internet provider in the nation. So even with a house full of laptops, tablets, and smartphones, you can connect all your devices. Plus, get reliable home phone service for less. Call 1-800-705-4803 today to get the Xfinity Triple Play for $99 a month for 12 months. And with a sure price guarantee, you'll get a guaranteed rate for 2 years. Plus, get HBO free for 3 months. Switch today. There's no term contract required, and it's all backed by our 30-day money-back guarantee. Call 1-800-705-4803 now.
Ribnick Fur's unbelievable holiday sale is going on now. Select a warm and wonderful gift from the Midwest's largest selection of over 1,000 coats and jackets for men and women at the guaranteed lowest prices. Ribnick's, now in our 4th generation, will not be undersold. Shearling coats starting at $5.95. Fur coats starting at $6.95. Layaway is available, so shop early. Hurry in. The holiday sale is going on now at Ribnick Fur and Leather, Minneapolis.
I'm Mary Jo Copeland. Sharing and Caring Hands is in its 27th year of helping people in need, thanks to your generosity. Because of today's economy, more people need your help. Your donations provide meals, shelter, food, clothing, medical services, and help with emergency needs. 93% of your tax-deductible donations goes to the needs of the poor. We take no government funding, rely solely on your donations. To learn more or to donate, go to sharingandcaringhands.org. Please give generously, help those in need, assist the families, give hope to the children. May God bless you.
We have the largest pediatric cancer program in the upper Midwest, and so we have a lot of people who work here. We take care of a lot of patients. We know we have some of the best outcomes in the country. We think that how you go through that chemotherapy journey makes a difference. It's the nutritionists, the physical therapy, yoga, massage, aromatherapy are helpful to these kids. And we've used philanthropic dollars to do all that. We believe better journey, better outcomes.
Life moves fast. Who has time to be sick? That's why there's Virtuel.com, the online medical clinic where you can get a diagnosis, treatment plan, and even a prescription right from your home or office. At Virtuel.com, our nurse practitioners treat simple everyday conditions, including sinus infections, bladder infections, and more. It's available 24/7 every day of the year, and it's only $40 or less, depending on your insurance. So let's get you better at Virtuel.com.
Thanks to Linders for decorating our studio for the holidays. Shop Linders for your Christmas tree and other holiday decorating needs.
If you've got a birthday in December, you're probably getting used to being shortchanged on those presents, but not from us, because December birthdays, that might win you a free cake from Dairy Queen.
Ooh, yeah, that's good. Just submit a picture of yourself, your kids, or anyone else who's celebrating a birthday this month for a chance to be featured on TCL and to win an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen. Go to our website and click on contest to enter.
Yeah.
Winners, by the way, will be randomly drawn each month.
Tomorrow on Twin Cities Live, we got a Minnesota magician on the show.
Yes.
We're going to make salsa on the show, and the man panel explains why we do what we do to impress the ladies.
Ooh, that's gonna be good.
Right. The explanations coming tomorrow. Thank you for filling in for Elizabeth.
No problem.
We appreciate it. And TCL high five.
At Home Furniture, our employees' families get special pricing. For a limited time, you can be one of the family. You'll pay less than our best sale price and finance interest-free for a year. The Employee Family Pricing Sale, now at Home Furniture.
Don't miss the Laugh Out Loud comedy Charlie's Aunt, now at the Guthrie. This hysterical play about two college friends scheming for love plays now through January 15th. Visit GuthrieTheater.org for tickets today.
Are you in the market for a new major appliance? With Appliance Smart, your new dream kitchen is even more affordable and ready to take home today. Appliance Smart offers a huge variety of appliances from great brands like Bosch, Whirlpool, Maytag, GE, KitchenAid, and Electrolux. Appliance Smart carries hundreds of appliances in stock every day. Appliance Smart is your full-service appliance store, offering the latest innovative models, one-of-a-kinds, and closeout models with pricing that will fit every budget. Appliance Smart also offers 12-month financing to qualified buyers plus free appliance recycling. Why shop anyplace else?
It knows you. It fits you. Phone book. It listens to you. And with the available advanced package, it can help look out for your blind spots. The Acura MDX could be the smartest car you've driven. Find exceptional offers on a great selection at your Acura dealer today.
Jewelry, the perfect gift. The Jewelry Exchange has silver chrysalis mix and match bracelets for $49, diamond anniversary rings for $129, 2-carat diamond and amethyst pendants just $49. By Factory Direct, the Jewelry Exchange in Eagan.
For your holiday spirit, Seasonal Concepts is your Christmas store. No one has a better selection of pre-lit Christmas trees, wreaths, ornaments, and garland. Everything at guaranteed lowest prices. Now during our pre-holiday sale. Seasonal Concepts in all home furniture stores.
getting you answers on 5 Eyewitness News.
Now a substitute kindergarten teacher from Manchester.